Hello and welcome to my channel. We're playing Command of the Great War with the PotzBlitz mod. And I decided we're going to play as the Entente allies and select the AI strength. We're going to keep it on balance. Those are the AI strength and all that stuff is, I guess it's recommended under balanced. And these do not work, only this one. I do not know why. Trust me, they don't work. I've tried them. And we're going to go to the information. The year 1914 began with European civilization at the height of its grandeur and self-confidence. It ended with it mired in a war that would annihilate a generation of young men and sweep away most of the crowned heads of Europe and their empires. When the Great War began that summer, none foresaw its scale or horror. There was nearly universal confidence that the conflict would be swift, over certainly before the end of the year, and not terribly unpleasant. For a generation prior to 1914 Europe had been an armed camp, saved from open conflict by an intricate web of treaties constructed by Otto von Bismarck, who was promptly fired by Wilhelm, the Kaiser Wilhelm II. But the mixture of imperial competition, nationalist antagonisms, and military expansion kept these diplomatic arrangements under maximum tension. Eventually, when Gavril Princip, a Black Hand terrorist, and don't kid yourself, the Black Hand had infiltrated the parliament of the Serbian government, the king himself, and if not all of the general staff. They wanted a Southern Slavic state, and they wanted to do it by any means necessary. Eventually, when Gavril Princip assassinated Austrian Arch Duke Franz Ferdinand, that summer the tensions broke. Franz Ferdinand was more of a liberal aristocrat. He wanted reform for all the ethnic people of the empire, and the king did not. He was essentially a conservative aristocrat. He didn't want any of those people to have any form of reform or freedom. And he was quite happy when Franz Ferdinand was killed that summer. Europe cascaded into war. The Austro Hungarian Empire, determined to avenge the death of its royal heir, sought conflict with Serbia, the ultimate author of the crime. Germany backed her ally Russia, in turn could not allow her Serbian client to be crushed or see its own influence in the Balkans destroyed. France mobilized in response to German moves, and Germany declared war in response to Russia's mobilization. And you have to remember, all these kings or leaders of the nations, except for the Habsburgs, who led Austria-Hungary, Wilhelm II, Tsar Nicholas, and as well as the French, were not involved, related to the Queen of England. So Tsar Nicholas II, King George V, and Wilhelm the Kaiser of Germany were all cousins. And if you see a picture of King George V and Tsar Nicholas, they look almost exactly the same. There's a lot of inbreeding in those families at that time too. England in turn fell into war with a doomed effort to enforce respect for Belgian neutrality, and so it was that the lights went out all over Europe. In 1914, Germany's vast military was the epitome of efficiency and modernity. It was the army that ran like clockwork. France's army was on scale with Germany's, but relied on an emotive doctrine of élan vital that emphasized a spirited attack and took no account of the importance of or lethality of modern weaponry. England's expeditionary force was small, but very professional. It was the Royal Navy that served as the great fulcrum of British power. Russia's might lay in her numbers and vastness, while the armies of the Austro Hungarian Empire drew their principal and perhaps only strength from the alliance with Germany. Perhaps no other war began with greater enthusiasm or ended in greater mutual disillusion. But history can now be rewritten. Can Germany vindicate her national vision by dominating Europe militarily, or will France avenge the loss of her provinces to Germany in 1870 and reclaim her national pride? Can Franz Joseph punish Serbia and restore his crumbling Austro-Hungarian Empire? Will Russia prove that she is not lost in another era and doomed by her backwardness? Can England show that it is still a dominant player in continental politics? The answers can now be written anew. Okay, with that, we're going to go ahead and launch as the Entente Alliance. And we'll see what we can do against the AI.
The Serbian army is ill-equipped but battle-hardened from the Balkan Wars and has taken up positions in mountainous terrain. The Austrians have numeric superiority, but will soon have to face the Russian army in the east.
Okay, got 3 more.
Following the imminent outbreak of hostilities, the French intend to follow their pre-war offensive plan and take back the region of Alsace-Lorraine. The Russian Empire has access to almost unlimited manpower. Once mobilization is completed, its armies are expected to overrun Germany's eastern territories. Until that time, their other allies will have to hold back the Germans and Austrians on their own. The Entente alliance is large but divided. If they can cooperate effectively, the allies will soon bring down the Central Powers.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and save this. And give me a second here, and I will be right back. I got to grab something. Okay, and now we can start the game. Sorry about that. So here we go. Okay, and this is a little picture or whatever event thing that pops up to let you know that it's installed correctly. The PotzBlitz Mod version 9.5 correctly installed. This is actually 9.51. There was a patch. Special event, Austrian defense plans. With the threat of war with Russia rising every day, Austrian High Command feverishly prepares for a predicted Russian invasion of Galicia. After thoroughly assessing Austrian forces available, Konrad von Hotzendorf decides to discard all plans for aggressive counterattacks, instead emphasizing on defensive action until German support is available. Brave little Belgium. No through fair. Despite severe German pressure, Belgium stays adamant about her state of neutrality, trusting in the promises made by Britain and France in the London Treaty to stand by her side if threatened by hostile powers. As a response to German extortion, King Albert has ordered to fortify strategic positions all over the country. And we are slowly but surely moving towards the Great War. British warning to Germany. Alarmed by increasing German troop activity across the Belgian border, British First Sea Lord Sir Winston Churchill sends a letter to the Foreign Secretary stating that Britain should guarantee the independence of Belgium, Holland, and Denmark. German illusions that Britain would not risk a war just to protect Belgian neutrality are shattered. And you can see this is King George V, and this is the Tsar Nicholas. And you can see they look like they're twins. This is the French head of state, and this is King Leopold of Belgium. Austria declares war, seizing on the assassination of Arch Duke Franz Ferdinand as a pretext. Austria-Hungary delivers an ultimatum containing unacceptable demands to Serbia on July 23. Serbia, assured of Russian support, refuses to knuckle under. Austria-Hungary, likewise assured of German support, rejects the Serbian response and declares war. The attacking fleet is met by devastating counterfire from large caliber gun emplacements, retaliating to the bombardment. Okay, again, I'm going to save. We'll do... Alright. Well, let's see here. You still have a pretty good efficiency. I'm going to go ahead and purchase one of these. The thing with in the beginning of the game, the mod, you want to get these low build units, and you want to get them right away because you're going to need them. Okay, so he'll get unlocked once we get these events. Alright, perfect. Putnik. Okay, I'm going to go to diplomacy before we go to any attack. And click on here, and we're going to choose an event. I'm going to go with this one. I want to get Italy away from the Central Powers as soon as possible. That way they can join the Entente, because if they join the Central Powers, then yeah, it's pretty much over. Game over at that point. So we're going to choose this one. Following the outbreak of the war, Italian government declares that Italy would not commit its troops, maintaining that their Triple Alliance had only a defensive stance and Austria-Hungary was the aggressor. For now, a policy of wait and see will be adopted, causing much consternation and accusations of moral obliqueness from both Austria and Germany. And you can see this Bergesili back there, or however you say that, and then Austrian and German soldier there. He's eating sausage. That is such a stereotypical thing. It's not even funny. I loved the old newspapers back then. You couldn't do this now. You'd be called racist. Okay, we'll close that out. And we still have some diplomacy points, but I think we'll wait until we... and you can see France is 2 turns away, Germany 2 turns, and Russia 4, Britain 15, and Turkey 15, and Portugal 20. Okay, well, we're going to see if we can attack any units here. No. Don't know where I want to attack. Attack there. Well, let's see. It'd be 7, and we lose 1 point. Well, let's go ahead and... They're not entrenched. Let's go ahead and move these guys here. We'll move these guys up. And... we'll move these guys here. We'll go ahead and repair these guys. Okay, that leaves us at 11. And again, we're going to go the diplomacy route again. We could do... No, we'll just do one. We're going to choose one more event. Okay, we're going to go Serbia shall not bow. Must be played in turn 1. Or will be discarded. Boost Serbian production, ammunition, and morale by 3d86. This is a die roll. You can read that in the PDF manual. Up to 2 bonus diplomatic points will be added to the Entente budget on the next turn. We're going to do this one. Backed by Russian promises of support in the upcoming conflict and reassured of Entente sympathies, Serbian government calls out to all the Slavic people to join them in their righteous fight against foreign oppression. There's the King of Serbia back in the background. There's the diplomats. And we're going to go ahead and close this. And we're going to leave these guys here. Don't know. I'm going to go ahead and move this artillery piece up. And we are going to end the turn, I believe. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and end the turn. Okay, that's why I didn't move that unit there. I figured they would move that unit. Okay, the Kaiser's Gold. When Britain decided to requisition 2 dreadnoughts ordered and paid in advance by the Ottoman Empire, Germany intervenes by gifting a monetary compensation from funds originally meant to reimburse Italy for Austrian territorial gains in Bosnia. German-Ottoman relations improve remarkably. Attacking fleet is met by devastating counter battery fire. And we're going to continue here. Production. They'll be ready next turn. Let's go ahead and move here. Okay, we're not going to attack, I don't think. Yeah, let's go ahead and hit those guys. And I forgot to do some research. We're gonna wait a turn or two before we do any. And let's move this unit up. We're sitting at 8. We have 25. What's our diplomacy? Okay, we have 2. One more turn. Again, we're gonna get another reserve corps. And I think that's all we're gonna do. Okay, and they'll probably drop those guys out from that attack. I think that was a good attack. Okay, let's go ahead and I want to make sure we did everything we need to do. Yeah, we'll go ahead and end the turn. Well, let me save. And we'll go ahead and end the turn. Oh, they didn't move those guys. Oh, they did. Okay. So we'll move that core out of there and then move them back. Okay. Artillery research. The War Ministry has now set a budget for artillery research. The category is now available in the research panel. France stands tall. France declares war in response to German mobilization efforts. French generals are confident they can deal with the German aggression. Germany declares war. Germany has allied with Austro Hungarian and decided war on the Entente powers. And the Goeben and Breslau. While on a mission to delay the shipment of French colonial troops to Europe, the German cruiser Goeben and Breslau have been intercepted by the Royal Navy. Trying to escape British pursuit through the Mediterranean Sea, they are now heading for the Dardanelles. Violations of neutrality. This is a really cool drawing. Slytherin and Matrix have really, really good event artwork and event pictures. I love Slytherin and Matrix games. They're probably some of the best around. The German attack plan calls for the utmost speed to be executed properly. Since the frontage of the attacking wing is too narrow for all forces to arrive at their predetermined positions, von Moltke decides to infringe the neutrality of Luxembourg and Netherlands before the governments of the invaded countries can even react. They're confronted with the accomplished facts. After refusing of their ultimatum, Germany has declared war on neutral Belgium. The British are outraged and have vowed to assist Belgium in the war. Despite predictions made in the past about a possible German flanking attack through Belgium, French military planners have emphasized deployment along the Franco-German border. With German forces now factually invading Belgium, France is struggling to check the enemy's advance in time. And you see pictures like this, you can see them walking through the poppies. I wonder, like, how many of these soldiers actually lived to tell their story at the end of the war? How many? Can you just imagine? Like, let's say this guy right here is one of maybe 50 in the entire guys of this picture that lived, or 1 in 10. It's amazing. It's crazy. War is crazy. Great Britain will sail. British expeditionary forces are assembling in major ports along the Channel, ready for departure to the European theater of war. Okay, and it's turn 3 of 60. And the war effort is the industrialization of the nation. And we're going to go ahead and save. Okay, so they departed. This is a very small garrison. Okay, we're probably going to drop these guys out. And we are probably going to attack. Okay, they have a... Yeah, let's get these guys. We're going to put them on a train to Ralevo. And we're going to put these guys there. We're going to attack those guys. And we're probably not going to attack with these guys. Can't fix those guys. Okay, so they took some losses. And they are in a fortress, so it's going to be harder for them to attack. Let's swap these guys. These guys out will definitely get those guys. And the production, we have a unit ready, and we're going to put that unit right there. I wish you could attack or move then attack, or attack and then move, but that's alright. Yeah, they only have... Let's put... that unit there. Yeah, they gotta cross the river, so... yeah, I think I am gonna... attack. I want to drop these guys' efficiency down. Okay, production-wise, we cannot spend any more money. We have another reserve unit coming. Okay, let's go to diplomacy. And we're gonna go Britain. We're gonna choose an event. Oh, I should have looked at how many points in the Diplo budget, what the Diplo budget was before we did this. Stop all convoys headed for Germany through the Atlantic. When completed, after some months, the blockade would lead to food problems and later famines in Germany, especially during the winter. Also accelerates the arrival. We're going to go ahead and do this as Britain. British Admiralty issues orders for the North Sea to be blockaded by the Royal Navy, preventing any shipment of foodstuffs and other vital supplies to Germany. Despite vigorous protests, the North Sea has been declared a war zone. Okay. And we'll probably do the French one too. We'll do that one next. Okay, we can't move any forces up. That sucks. Well, let's go back to Serbia. Okay, that's 10. We'll wait. Let's go to Belgium. We're going to wait on them. France. Yeah, we're definitely going to do that one. Britain. We're going to do that one first. Okay, production-wise for France. Probably going to spend most of our money on 2 reserve corps. Britain, they have 60. We're going to get one of these and one of these. Okay, industrial technology. Nice. Well, that sucks. Well, I guess we're gonna get another reserve corps. And let's do an event for France. Let's do Russian military help to Serbia enables a trickle of production points and manpower to Serbia until the Russian supply crisis triggers. Once Russia joins the Entente, 1 Russian reserve corps will spawn in Serbia. Also unlocks the send medical aid to Serbia event. We're going to do that one. Turns U.S. attention away from Mexico and enables supply convoys departing from U.S. to Britain or France if Britain is still neutral. Well, let's do this. Anglo-Japanese alliance. Yeah, let's do this one. Backed by British support, Japan issues an ultimatum stating that Germany must transfer control of its port of Tsingtao, where the beer is made, to Japan. Germany responds to the threat by concentrating all available troops in the city. Kaiser Wilhelm II makes the defense of Tsingtao a top priority, saying it would shame me more to surrender Tsingtao to the Japanese than Berlin to the Russians. Okay. And we don't have enough, so we are going to... We have a little bit left. Well, let's see. I'm going to move the Belgian guys there, and I'm going to move these guys to here. I'm not worried about losing these because we need to Hold on, Eeps. Okay, and well, we could use yeah, I'm not gonna attack the Royal Navy. Let's see. I'm going to move these guys closer. I know there's a submarine out here somewhere. Okay. Let's get the planes to there. And we're going to move this destroyer to there. Okay, France. We're gonna go look for the Breslau. Try to sink it in the sub. We're gonna get to there. And I think that works for me. Oh, we got a sub here. Okay. Well, let's do this. Wondering if I should get one more of these two. Yeah, let's purchase one more of those. And those will be ready in 2 turns. Britain, yeah, we'll do one of those. And France has no more money. Okay, so let's go ahead and... Are we done down here? Yeah, I think so. Yep, let's go ahead and end the turn. Okay. Well, we're gonna have to hit those guys hard. Looks like somebody lost a commander. Oh, must have been us. Alright, I'm gonna go get a pop real quick. Hold on a second. Alright, the German warships have arrived in Constantinople. This substantial boost for the Turkish fleet has vastly improved the country's self-confidence. Admiral Soshan, commander of the Goeben and Breslau, has been appointed commander-in-chief of the Ottoman Navy. And the Goeben was renamed and would later continue to serve in the Ottoman Navy up until the early to mid-70s. That's insane. That's crazy. That was, it was a pretty decent ship. armed and armored battle cruiser. And what they did was they exchanged, took their German caps off and then adorned the fez, and they were Ottoman Navy. Okay. Papal peace note. Pope Benedict the 15th publishes the apostolic exhortation to the people now at war and to their rulers, culminating with a 7-point plan for peace. The note is largely ignored by the warring nations, who either criticize it for being too generous towards their respective enemies, or to be a mere return to pre-war arrangements, without tackling the causes that had led to the war. Central Powers forces have captured the mighty fortresses of Liege. An Austrian commander has been mortally wounded in battle. The dual monarchy mourns the loss of a war hero. Very good. The only thing with this, and I'm sure they do it all the pictures, Robotron, well, it's not Robotron, it's Slytherin and the makers. You should have used an Austrian guy, like had a death picture for each of the nations. Like this is a German funeral for a, that's a German, you can tell by the collars and the uniform. Antwerp has fallen. One by one, the mighty fortresses around Antwerp fell, and the last defenders are evacuating the burning city. With this major port in their control, German warships and submarines now have a base much closer to the English Channel. Race to the sea. As generals on both sides try to outflank the enemy, suddenly the strategic importance of the previously neglected Belgian coast gets into everybody's focus. A wild and confused dash to hold and secure the shores of the North Sea ensues. And we're going to save. We'll do 2.2 on this one. Okay, we got another garrison unit. Production and capabilities lost. The nation has lost its capital city, thereby losing its ability to produce units. Okay, so Belgium. Radomir Putnik is the first Serbian field marshal and chief of the general staff of the Serbian army in the Balkan Wars and in the First World War. He took part in all the wars that Serbia waged from 1876 up till now. We're not going to deploy him just yet. We're going to wait. Diplomacy. I want to do... Let's do Britain first. I wanted to get the Royal Navy one, but that's right. Spawns an elite French Reserve Corps near Bordeaux and generates a die roll PP production points for France. If combined with the French Army of Africa, it might cause revolts in Algeria and Morocco. Discarded if not played before the German advance and France is halted. Yeah, we'll do this one. Several battalions of the French Foreign Legion drawn from the colonies have arrived near Bordeaux. Though small in number, these tough soldiers will give their best to stall the German advance in France. Okay, well, we'll come back up here. And where are they? Oh, right here. We can't use them. Not just yet. Alright, okay. Well, we need to be smart about this. Let's move the French plane. Let's move this guy here. And we can move this guy as well. Well, let's wait. Yeah, let's move the gun behind the river here. Damn. I wish we could get that unit up there. We'll move those guys there. We'll move these. Well, are they entrenched? No, they're not. Let's move these guys here. We'll move these guys to Amiens. And I want to retreat these guys. Okay. All right. Now we got some kind of a defense right there. Okay. Let's try to sink this submarine. And we cannot. Okay. Let's get these guys out of here. And I guess I'm gonna box the sub in. I don't know why they can't attack. That doesn't make much sense to me. Okay, Britain. Okay, we have 58. What's it say? Britain is unable to recruit infantry units before industrial warfare technology has been researched. Okay, well, let me go to the diplomacy again. We'll do France this turn, and we will choose an event. This is what I was wanting. British Expeditionary Force in single-player mode spawns a British transport carrying a British Army Corps in Calais port. In multiplayer mode, the Army Corps spawns in London at the start of the next turn. Upon landing in France, the Corps will be led by General French. We're going to choose this one. Wow, that's loud. As an emergency reaction to the German invasion, troops of the British Expeditionary Force have been put en route to Europe. Note for a player by email, a British Army Corps will spawn at London at the start of next turn. Okay. And it is... When a landing is being transported across water, it turns into a transport ship. A transport unit can be dismarked on any non-neutral coastal hex. A transport ship cannot attack naval targets, but the unit can still launch amphibious attacks against coastal land units, such an attack will suffer from a combat penalty. Okay. So they can't do anything right now, so we're going to bring these guys down to protect the ship, and we have no other ships available. Okay, interesting. Well, we're going to bring the French Navy up. To help blockade, and we're going to bring this sub into there. Okay. We have this unit here. We're going to march them to there. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and shell this guy. And that dropped his efficiency down to 6. Let's go ahead and let's switch with this unit. And they cannot attack. Okay, I think that was a good attack there. We're gonna go ahead. We have 10. Okay, we have one more reserve unit, and we're gonna deploy these guys here. And we're going to fix those guys. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and switch these guys out. And we're probably going to attack that unit there. Very good. Okay, so the Austrians are being whittled down here. We will probably move this guy over. It sucks we can't produce any more reserve units. Okay. Research-wise, France, Serbia. I'm probably going to wait till this gets to 10 or lower and then focus on that. Britain, yeah, this is what we need to get to produce the Army Corps. Okay, I'm gonna put that guy there on the wing, and we're gonna reinforce that unit there. Okay, diplomacy, we're not gonna spend any more diplomacy points. Okay, production wise for Britain, we're going to purchase one of those and another reserve corps. Okay, for France, we're going to produce another Army Corps, another reserve corps, and we are going to wait. And a good idea is to save it as much money or production points as you can, because it gets low after a while. So It's not like other games where you know, like MPPs and Strategic Command, where they're always available. Yeah. I guess I don't know what I'm trying to say. It's difficult to obtain. Not difficult to obtain, but I don't know what I'm trying to say. Okay. The British, yeah. I'm gonna go back up here and, well, okay, we're producing, as France, we're producing 7 per turn. Britain, we're producing 6 per turn, and Serbia 4. I'm not going to waste any more production points on that. And let's check. Russia should be coming into the war the next turn. Make sure we're good here. We should be good here. Yeah. And once it gets to a point, I'm gonna go ahead and pull some of these units. Like, I'll probably move the Verdun Army Corps out and move it up here so we can get better defensive lines. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna save real quick. Close, and we're gonna end the turn. Good, they're retreating. Only if the Germans would, you know, not slow their attack down. Damn, we're gonna lose Ypres. Son of a bun. We're gonna have to try to take Ypres back. Okay, this is a tough one. This game is tough. Okay. Following the outbreak of hostilities between Germany and Britain, the German East Asia flotilla, commanded by Vice Admiral Maximilian von Spee, begins to consolidate its scattered forces in a desperate attempt to fight its way back to friendly waters while causing as much damage as possible. Belgium has lost its capital city to the enemy, causing a blow to Allied morale. Russia's mighty armies have been set in motion to fight the Tsar and motherland. Central powers scramble to react to the menacing torrent from the east. Okay, we're going to save. And we get all these units right now. Despite being hopelessly outnumbered, the Belgians, under the leadership of King, put up a spirited defense at the borders, mistakenly believing the Belgians would just allow them to move through their land. The Germans were surprised by the resistance. Okay, we're going to go ahead and continue this. And now we have no production points whatsoever. And the merchant convoys move on their own. Okay. Well, maybe we should start in... I'm going to start in the sea. We're going to sink an Austrian ship. And it does take away from your ammunition the ships that you shoot. Okay, so we could sink this ship, but I'm not gonna take any chances. One of the Austrians, 15 turns or so. Okay, Great Britain, it's Russia. Well, let's go to Russia. Okay. Well, let me see. They moved that sub. Yes, they did. I am going to do a diplomacy point first, an event. Let's do this one. Following the Niagara Falls Peace Conference, the last U.S. troops have left the Mexican seaport of Veracruz. Originally, the port had been seized by U.S. Marines to confiscate an arms and ammunitions delivery for Mexican dictator Victoriano Huerta, who had taken control of Mexico the previous year after a bloody coup d'etat. And we're going to close that. Okay. First, British troops have reached France in support of their Entente allies. Okay, so we did get an army corps led by French, and it is an elite unit. Okay. I'm gonna get these French units out of here, or Belgian units out of here first. What is their efficiency? They're 7. Yeah, I'm gonna attack these guys. France and Great Britain are colonial nations. This means the next two normal deployment, they can deploy new units along the bottom row of water hexes on the map. These units will appear in transport ships and suffer a small efficiency penalty. Okay. Well, I don't want to put them there. King Leopold. We're going to put him there on that unit. And well, let's do this. And let's move this unit back. And we can put this unit here. We'll put this unit here. And we'll put this unit well, wait. We'll put that unit there, and we'll put this unit here. Okay. Protection as France. I want to get one more. We'll wait for now on that. We're going to start. Well, let's get these guys out. One in London, one in Portsmouth, and we'll put one in Plymouth. That way we can get them there and there. Okay, and I forgot we can't move that. You damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. Let's put them on this side of the track so they can be a little bit closer. I forgot about that unit there. Okay, well, we could attack these guys here. And we're not going to do that. Alright. So that stopped their efficiency. Dropped it down a notch. But we still have this unit up here. And, well, we could... No, we're going to leave them there. Okay, and I want to get some of these units down here. Definitely get some of these battle cruisers. Let's get this guy into port. We'll get the old battleship down here too. Okay, we'll do Russia, and then we'll probably end the episode. Alright, I'm gonna attack here. Armored trains are well protected from regular bullet fire and pack a lot of firepower. There are restrictions to railroads. is both a strength and weakness. They can reposition quickly over long distances, but only there where the rails can lead them. Okay. Well, let's get the cavalry unit. Cossacks are coming as vanguard units of Russian Cossack cavalry cross the Russo-German border. Panic fueled by rumors of atrocities start breaking out amongst the population. Okay. Well, let's see. These guys are led by Remingkov. And we'll move the armored train here. Okay, well, let's... With the mass introduction of modern machine guns and rapid-firing artillery, cavalry, once considered the main offensive element of any military force, have been found too vulnerable to be of use anymore in attacks against large infantry formations. From now on, cavalry should only be used for screening and recon duties to minimize casualties. Okay, so they're probably going to lose. And we're not going to advance any more than that. Okay, well, let's move this guy up. And, well, let's attack. They can spot two. Okay, I'll move those guys there, and we'll leave these guys here. Okay, and Russia, we're going to produce, well, let's get some more of those guys going. Research for Russia. Probably not going to research too much. I'll definitely wait on these. Britain. What do we have? Battle cruiser costs us 35, a sub 15, dreadnought 40, and light cruiser 20. Let's get a couple more of those for Britain. France. Let's get one more of those. And we have Serbia left. Okay, what do we got here? They're at a 10. And we don't have enough. Oh, damn, why did I move those guys? Oh. Yeah, we can't. Okay, we'll move these guys up. And we gotta cross a river with a bridge. Okay, they lost 3. We're gonna retreat this guy back to Pristina. And, well, let's move this guy here. And we'll reinforce those troops there. And we'll move this artillery battery there. Okay. Well, let's check out diplomacy one more time. Diplo budget of 18. Diplomatic cost 8. Well, let's do Britain. Well, let's do Russia. We'll raise the selected nation's manpower by the sum of blah blah blah. Strains German-Dutch relationships. Strains German-Dutch relationship, moving Netherlands alignment closer to the Entente for each German unit in Belgium. Central powers diplomatic points lowered by 1 for each unit. Entente Diplo raised by 1 for each unit. Okay, we'll do this one. Dutch-German relationships are put under a severe strain as reports about war crimes committed by German soldiers against Belgian civilians are being published in Allied newspapers. And this was found out to be true, but not, I wouldn't say true. It was false. Things did happen, but it was more or less lies. There's a great documentary you can research research and look up. It's called World War I: A Conspiracy, and everything that is in the 4-part documentary is absolute facts. They have found countless and countless papers of high-ranking officials and very important people in all of the Western nations, the Entente nations, that proved that World War I was an agenda pushed by a couple of British guys to essentially decimate the German people. If you don't believe it, all you gotta do is look it up and, go from there. But yeah, I believe it. Okay, and we still got troops down here. We're not gonna move. Okay, well, let's get this guy back to port. And we're gonna go ahead and I think we're gonna stop the episode here. So, I hope you guys are enjoying this. Please comment, like, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys again soon. Oh, I hope you guys have a good Veteran Day weekend. Bye now.